when I listen to the music, it's kind of like on this, that Prince, Rick James kind of vibe. And it even went so far as to, in the creative process, you were able to collaborate with the Stone City Band and kind of emulate or create or borrow some of the soundscapes from that band into your own sort of sonic expression. Can you share a little bit more about how that collaboration came to be and what it was like working with such legends like that?
I think I expressed to my manager that I wanted to work with them just because I was such a big Rick James fan. I was like, what are they up to? So he reached out and we met with their manager, Kenny, who has now become like an uncle to me. Like, I love Kenny. And he was, he told them the idea and they were into it. So they're like, yeah, come to Vegas. So I went out to Vegas and I met the band and I saw them. I got to see them rehearse, and it was just pretty mind blowing because they're playing. It's everyone there except for Rick, obviously, but they're playing Mary Jane and Super Freak and everything. And yeah, the process was kind of like, it was less about like what they were playing. It was more about, I wanted to understand the headspace they were in when they made the music, if that makes sense. So I would just ask them a lot of questions like that, kind of what was it like when you had made this song, or how did you guys do the background vocals on this, or who came up with this part or whatever, or even just like when y'all got to the studio, was it like Rick is telling you guys what's going on, or you guys already know? And I got super close to Levi Ruffin, who, is the band leader. And yeah, he just gave me so much insight into, more just like the period of time. And I guess just Rick as a person and himself too, and that just really informed, I think just the writing, a lot of my writing and just the soundscape, but we were trying to really hit this specific kind of what Rick James called punk funk, where, I think it's elements of funk and rock and roll and stuff like that. And, I think we did it. It took a while, but I think we got it, Yeah.
That's dope. Rick James and the Stone City Band were also known for the exploration of their own identity, like even with sort of like the fashion,
the hair.
Their whole swag was very much it was very much their own thing, and especially during that time, there weren't a lot of groups and artists doing what they did. Did you ask them about sort of that thing, that realm of kind of expression?
No, I mean, well, like when Levi, essentially, he just was kind of like, they just didn't really give a fuck, like because they were from Buffalo, so like it wasn't like they couldn't fight. It wasn't like they were scared of anyone. So then when they chose to dress in these these theatrical costumes and have glitter and wigs and almost like the black version of Kiss or something like that, it was just like they didn't give a fuck because like they would fuck you up, but then they could still go, get on stage and do that. And I just thought that was so cool because like Levi, like he was in the military, he was like a pro, I think he was a pro baseball player for a minute. And so, it was just, they just didn't give a fuck, and I just love that because they still kind of have that to this day, the spirit of just like, they don't give a fuck because they know they're badass players and they know who they are, and I love, when I hear Rick James and when I hear Stone City Band, there's just so much like confidence. And I think that's why I'm always drawn to funk music, because it's so unapologetic and it's just so confident, It's just like, it's almost like primal, I love the funk.
Yeah. I love the fact that we had that moment because there was a period where I think a lot of people forgot about Rick James. A lot of people forgot about that era, but then Charlie Murphy was able to kind of bring those stories
Oh my
back.
God. For sure.
And
For sure.
yeah, that was pretty epic for me because like hilarious stories, but like those stories really gave us a picture of who Rick really was, you know.
Yeah. I think that whole Chappelle show shit just had an impact on me too as a kid, just being like, it kind of started my like, it's like I view the 80s as like this mystical, crazy sort of like paradise lot. I mean, there was some dark shit too, but just like the shit that they showed, in the music videos and stuff like that. And then the Chappelle show, I'm like, I think that's when my kind of obsession with the 80s really was like, what the fuck is that? How could that have been real?
Yeah.
And then you talk to them, it's like, yeah, that shit was real. It was a totally different planet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's just, yeah, it's always been so inspiring. I love the drama of the 80s, how it's like everything's so big and so over the top and so dramatic. It's not subtle.
Yeah.
At all. And I think I try to embody that